Hello students, this is Anjana. Welcomes you all to in the Ved Model family. Today we are going to discuss your reader lesson Adolf. This is the second chapter of second unit but the fourth chapter of your term. In this chapter, a charming story about a dying little wild rabbit introduced by a miner into his home. To the delight of his children and the despair of his wife, will Adolf, the teeny wild rabbit, survive? Let's read the chapter and find out, will the rabbit survive or not? But before coming to a chapter, I want to explain about its writer and its summary so that you can easily understand the chapter. David Herbert Lawrence. D.H. Lawrence was an English writer and poet. Born in Nottinghamshire in 1885, he was an English author of novels, short stories, poems, plays, essays, travel books and letters. Thematically and particularly, his novels challenge the tradition of English fiction against sexuality. So here, Adolf is a charming story of a wild rabbit introduced by the father into a miner's home, to the delight of the children and the despair of the mother. The mother was not happy. This wild rabbit have changed their life after entered their house. The father and mother has become a very lovely couple in front of their children. Now let's read the lesson. My father hastily poured out his tea. He went to pour it out into his saucer. But instead of drinking, he suddenly put something on the table among the teacups. Now, the narrator is saying that his father pouring tea in his cup, and when he was pouring tea, he put something on the table. A teeny brown rabbit, a small rabbit, a mere morsel. Here in this lesson, this is a very small rabbit. Morsel means a small bit, sitting against the bread as still as if it were a made thing. It was looking as if it was a thing. A rabbit, a young one. Who gave it to you, father? But he laughed enigmatically in a mysterious way, with a sliding motion of his yellow-grey eyes, and went to take off his coat. Here, expressions of his face has been explained. We pounced on the rabbit. Pounced on? Quickly went to the rabbit. Is it alive? Can you feel its heartbeat? Then we asked, is it alive? My father came back and sat down heavily in his armchair. Then his father came back and sat down. He dragged his saucer to him. He pulled his saucer, here a plate, and blew his tea. Blew means he wants to take that tea, pushing out his red lips under his black moustache. Here also expressions of his face. Where did you get it, father? Then one asked, father, from where did you get it? I picked it up, he said, wiping his naked forearm over his mouth and beard. He said this thing when he naked forearm over his mouth means with his arm he wiped his mouth and his beard. It is a wild one, came my mother's quick voice. Then my mother said in quick voice, yes, it is. Then why did you bring it? Cried my mother. My mother cried, then why did you bring it? Well, if it is wild, oh, we wanted it, came our cry. Then we cried that we wanted it. Yes, I have no doubt you did, retorted my mother. Retorted, then complained my mother. But she was drowned in our clamor of questions. Clamor of questions, lot of questions, means her voice drowned in our lot of questions. On the field path, my father had found a dead mother rabbit and 3 dead little ones, this one alive but unmoving. And this one was found my father in a field path. But what had killed them, Daddy? Then I asked, what had killed them? I couldn't say, my child. I should think she had eaten something. Why did you bring it? Again my mother's voice of condemnation. Condemnation, voice of condemnation, a voice that did not approve of what father had done. She was not agreed with my father. You know what it will be. My father made no answer, but we were loud in protest. My father had not given any answer, but a thing that they were doing concerning individual liberty, means we were loud in protest. We were want to do that thing, that the rabbit must be there. He must bring it. It's not big enough to live by itself. It would die, we shouted. Yes, and it will die now, and then there will be another outcry. Outcry, strong reaction of sadness. My mother set her face against the tragedy of dead pets. Our hearts sank. We were so sad that my mother, to indicate that are opposed to it. It wouldn't die, father, will it? Why will it? It wouldn't. I should think not, said my father. You know well enough it will. Haven't we had it all before, said my mother. Now the mother is saying that it will die, because this had been done so many times earlier also. They do not always find. Do not always find. Don't always become sad, replied my father testily. My father replied it irritably that they don't always become sad. But my mother reminded him of other little wild animals he had brought, which had sulked and refused to live. Now my mother reminded him, my father, that before that he also brought wild animals which had sulked, refused to make friends with the family, and brought storms of tears and trouble in our house of lunatics, means they brought at home by the father, but they didn't live, and that they brought difficult situations, difficult, even they can't conquer their emotions when they died. That was the mother saying, that he didn't remind him remaining other wild animals. Now students, all of you watch this video 2 or 3 times for making understandable first 2 pages of this lesson, and remaining lesson I would explain in next video. Still some doubt has remained, then we would discuss, and all of you will write these word meanings and new words in your fair notebook. Thank you and have a nice day.